What is good? Diamond Dynasty, baby. Y'all already know what's going on in this video, man. Today, I want to go ahead and address my ex wrote a book about me and Queen, Lies by CLARENCENYC, baby. All right, a lot of people didn't think that Clarence was going to speak up on this situation, but obviously he had another thing coming for us. All right? Y'all already know that Clarence has a reaction channel. If you didn't know, now you know. But he has a reaction channel where he is reacting to all types of shit, guys. And crazy enough, I think it's dope as hell that Clarence is one of the bigger YouTubers who is actually reacting on his reaction channel to actual YouTube drama, guys. Like, Clarence will sit up there and watch some real YouTube drama, not the fake scripted ass stage shit. He will actually sit there and watch the Pretty Boy Fredo shit, DDG shit, like the actual beef that's going on. So I think he's real different for that, and that's dope as hell. But anyway, and everybody knows the bag is right there, okay? You might as well go get the bag if it's there. Reach for it, take it, secure it, okay? Why not? Anyway, gays, y'all are not all gay. I apologize to all my, heteros in the building, and all my trans in the building, and all my bisexuals in the building. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that, okay? But let's get into this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified every time I post another lit ass video. Make sure that you DM me at the DiamondLife888. Let me know what I should be reacting to next. And tell a friend to tell a friend today. Ain't your mama tell that Uncle Joe he's still a hoe. Let's get right into this video, man. Let's see exactly what CLARENCENYC, baby, has to say. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I could not wait to react to this. I already watched it one time. So this is going to be my second time watching it, reacting with you guys, and actually giving my commentary. Let's get it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy CLARENCENYC. You know what I'm saying? The one and only. You know what I'm saying? The flyest out here. I'm him. You know what I'm saying? He's me.
This nigga here.
We got an interesting one today. You know what I'm saying? So today I woke up this morning and I had tweeted nothing relevant to what I'm reacting to. Just anything.
I woke up like
and somebody put under my thing that I hope it isn't true that your ex wrote a book about Ya and Queen and
supposedly that's the word on the street, man.
And all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, a book? You know what I'm saying? A book. And then I go to the video, you know what I'm saying? And it's called Queen of Lies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard it.
That's what it's called.
Heard it somewhere. And mind y'all, I think I got through part 1. I don't even know if I finished all of part 1, guys. I haven't went through all the parts, to be honest, guys. So I'm probably missing a lot of the story. But hey, it is what it is.
That's kind of the reaction I had too. You know what I'm saying? Evidently, this girl or whatever, you know what I'm saying, is claiming that my ex wrote a book. And it's based on our life and our love life and everything.
All right, so this is a 36-minute video, guys. We're going to get down to the actual reaction. Let's get it.
And what happened and what went down, right? So, Queen of Lies Part 1, a lot of people have been circulating around that it's allegedly about Clarence, Queen, and his ex, Clarence's ex, Leslie. I have all 3 of their profiles pulled up, so this is going to help me go through the review, okay?
Can't wait to see you get to the bottom of this.
Ex, Leslie Inez.
Can't wait to get to the bottom of this.
Girl. Leslie is fire, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. She is fire. She looks fire, and not only that, she looks like she works out. She takes care of herself. Yeah. I see you, Clarence.
Basically, the book starts off with the young lady saying that she's from the Bronx. And she mentioned that she suffers from depression and has always had to go to therapy all her life, and she had a rough upbringing. It starts off by her basically saying, like, I don't know where to begin, should she start where?
So it starts off with the girl saying she had to go to therapy all of her life.
Okay.
Which meaning Leslie went to therapy all her life.
Right. The Meditate shirt just dropped, y'all. Make sure that y'all go cop before it sells out. Limited time only. So make sure that you take time out your day today to go cop that. Meditate is super important, man. This is symbolizing the first motherfucking chakra. That's why it is red. Okay, stay tuned for the rest of the motherfucking shirts. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we lit. Now tell me this shirt ain't fly, boy. Look at this motherfucking shirt. Meditate, boy. Come on now. I wish she would have confirmed right there whether or not that was true. If she was really struggling with depression, and what the fuck am I trying to say? Was she struggling from depression all of her life from what he knows, since they were dating for some time? I wish he would have clarified that.
You know,
again, because this person knows
at the point where, you know, her man, the love of her life, left her for another woman because he wanted to be rich? Or should she start at the point where, you know, the love of her life convinced her to, you know, have an abortion just for a public figure to get pregnant a few months after her? So basically, she, you know, was asking, where do I even begin?
I already
right?
know this.
So she began like this.
This is cap.
So basically,
I already know, and I know. I'm gonna tell you why.
Clay.
I just already know.
Clay is basically allegedly supposed to be Clarence. So Clarence basically allegedly was the young lady who is allegedly Leslie, said that you know, should she start at the point where he left her, or
She
where
just said that.
he convinced her to have an abortion?
What's this girl's name that's doing this video?
Should she start at the point where the man was
Alexandra.
the figure for money?
Alex. I'm gonna call you Alex.
Like, where do I begin? Okay?
I'm gonna call you Alex.
So, going
Alex,
back,
you just said that.
Clay, it says that, you know, in the book that Clay was handsome and all the women wanted him, especially older women. So Clay and his best friend had an operation running, like a money operation, where they would basically have sex with older women, and they basically would get money in exchange for it, like an escort.
So basically now she's claiming that I ran an escort business.
That's what she claiming. But you know what? It's not her claiming it. She's just doing. I believe she's just doing a review of the actual book that's out. So I don't think it's actually her claiming it. Whoever created this book, whoever published this book, that person is claiming that you had a whole escort business. To me, like, I've never heard of that in my life before. I'm pretty sure it exists somewhere, to where, you know, they have young attractive niggas hooking up with old ass females who, you know, need the dust knocked off of their, you know, whatever. But you just don't hear that pretty often. You hear about sugar daddies, you hear about these young girls, and, you know, these hot to try girls, you know, being arranged to meet up and be trophy wives and, you know, do with these old ass men. So you don't really hear it in the reverse. So it's interesting. You know, it's a good story. All right. And from what I heard, the story is fictional. Okay. The person who published it stated that this is a fictional book. But hey, it is what it is. You know, there could be some truth to it. I don't know. Anyways, let's continue.
Where I am selling my penis to older women for money.
And the ex, being like a ride or die, she basically was running the operation. Basically, they paid her to find these older women, these desperate older women.
Not only did I run an escort ring, but I had my ex, Leslie, run the escort ring.
Mm-hmm. You know, the women are the brains of the operations now.
Get money from them, you know, in exchange for, you know, services or whatever the case may be. So the young lady explained that she basically was running the operation like a cartel. Like, she was like kingpin running it, you know, getting them customers, clients, all of that. And she got along with his family. She got along with his family very well.
So in this book, obviously she read it, I didn't. In this book, that's what she's getting out of this.
She mentioned that they made love in the basement. So the dude was in the basement. And that's where basically they would like have sexual activities and stuff like that. And the first time they did it was in the basement. And sometimes they had threesomes.
Lie. This is what I'm saying. This is why you cannot believe everything you see. I honestly think this Alex girl is crazy. I think she sounds crazy, out of her mind. Like, she's repeating things. And she's like, it's that, and not according to her, but I don't know, because it's the book or whatever.
Right.
But the book definitely couldn't have been written by anyone in my past or related to me, because everything is a lie. You get what I'm trying to say? First of all, that the basement isn't. Honestly, I barely spent any time with my ex in the basement because that was on the end of our relationship, which I just moved there. But you guys wouldn't know that because I didn't start YouTube then. So you guys wouldn't know that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And only people around me would know that. Do you get what I'm saying? And your boy has never had a threesome yet. You get what I'm saying? Very close, but I haven't. You get what I'm saying?
Gotta take that one
you
off,
know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? That hasn't happened yet. You get what I'm saying? So for you to say that now lets me know that it can't be written by no one around me. Do you feel me? Like, you see how you just sound stupid?
Oh.
So,
right?
Oh. Damn.
What can I say next? Because it was a lot.
Put my mask on fucking with this video, y'all.
So this is a whole novel.
She was explaining
300
that
pages.
having sex was his source of income. You know, having sex was his source of income. And Clay had a horrible shopping habit. And appearance was everything to him, so he had to have money. So
that sounds like everything people say about me.
It does. It really does.
Honestly, I feel
whoever put the book together, to be honest, made it very believable. Or not believable, but made it very possible that some of this shit happened, okay? Because they kind of connected the dots in ways to where everything kind of made sense. You know, like, oh, he is this type of way. Okay, so that makes sense. Oh, this is that type of way. So that makes sense. Oh, he was in the basement. That makes sense. They did have, you know, supposedly she did go outside of her marriage to talk to this nigga, you know, and do whatever with this nigga. So everything was in line with what people would already say happened. Okay, so that was really smart, whoever put this book together. Like I said, man, we never know if some of this shit is true, some of it's not, because some of the stuff did seem a little questionable. Like, I don't know, that might be right, but some of it is kind of outlandish, you know. It's gotta pick what you believe.
She wrote this. I feel like Shorty wrote this book.
I don't think she wrote it though.
Shorty wrote this book right here. The Shorty that's saying it wrote this book. I'm pretty sure she wrote this book.
Leslie was like, okay, do it the legal way and sign up for like a sexy social media site and, you know, do it that way. And so he did, and he got basically.
I just noticed this real random Legsley. We see you
over 25,000 fans. He got about 25,000 fans instantly, and some women were just paying $500 just for him to send them pics.
But
so
I lived in the basement.
Pics, he would get like $500. So that was 2 years into their relationship. But eventually the operation had to end because him and his best friend, sorry guys.
It's the switch for me, y'all.
Him and his best friend, basically the operation.
So this operation was ran by me and Mod. Me and Mod ran a sex ring. Are you?
I can't see Mod.
They were basically.
Mod really needs to react to this, to be
arguing
honest.
about money. The best friend was allegedly jealous, and so they had to end the operation because
Mod is
he
too
threatened to
goofy for
expose
that.
them. So the operation had to end, and that's when Clay basically had to go ahead and start the legal operation of signing up for a sexual site and posting, you know, certain things, and he got 25,000 fans, and he was getting paid money just for pics, like $500, you know, for pics, and that's when that came about. That's 2 years in their relationship. So one day.
So you're telling me that Shorty just read this book, and she's telling everything that happened, word, sequence by sequence, word for word, how it went down and how it happened, while going through and looking at our Instagrams, and she just read the book?
Okay, so we can't see her face, so I think she's either reading, like paraphrasing what the book is saying while she's actually making this video, or she might have like some bullet point or notes or whatever the case may be. That's what I think. I don't know.
Did she write the book?
I don't think she wrote it though. Y'all let me know if y'all think she wrote it.
Probably scam people saying, oh, it's a book. Shorty, you wrote the book.
I think she might be in communication with the person who is writing the book or has wrote the book or whatever the case may be, but I don't think her in particular, I don't think she wrote the book.
Wow.
Could be wrong, though.
Allegedly, Leslie was basically, just going through Clay's phone because, she was bored. She saw a message from a girl.
I don't just go through phones.
A message from a girl.
If I'm bored.
And the message said, "Oh my God, you are so damn fine. If I wasn't married, I'd marry you." That's what the message said.
That never happened.
Okay, that doesn't even sound like something that Queen would say. First of all, Queen wasn't the Queen she is today with millions and millions of followers and fans and shit. But Queen was popping as fuck, let's be honest, okay? Queen was popping. Chris and Queen were popping. So, why would she risk the chance of being exposed by a stranger? At this point, Clarence is a stranger, okay? And he could have used that for a come up, really, if that was the case, and exposed her business while she's still legally married, So to me, it doesn't sound like Queen would just come off and just say something like that direct and that blunt. She has too much on the line. Yeah, you might think this nigga's cute, attractive, whatever the case may be. You might really want to shoot your shot. But I don't think she would have been that direct. And I don't think she would want to get exposed or risk the chance of getting exposed in that way. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about that. Y'all think that that's something that's believable or not?
We've already put up the screenshots of what happened and what she said and what she DM'd me, and we already said that. Does that sound like a little kid trying to say something or not? God damn, you fine if I wasn't married. That sound like, nigga, I wouldn't even mess with a girl that even says some shit like that to me. You sound like a little ass kid.
She was famous, the ex had explained. Then allegedly Leslie clicked on her account, and her account had 3 million fans. Like, basically, she was popular.
Before I met Queen, she wasn't even at 1 million followers.
That's true.
Dummy.
That is true. Definitely not no 3 mil.
Her account had 3 million fans, and then it's like it went from, "Oh my God, you were so damn fine. If I wasn't married, I'd marry you." So the girl was married.
Right? What?
After that, she continued to send messages. She continued to send messages to this girl's man. Okay. She was married, and she was sending messages to another man, Leslie's man, talking about she wanted to marry him, and if it wasn't for her being married, she would marry him. Mind you, don't even know the man. It's a complete stranger. Mind you, only know him off of social media. Already talk about she would marry him.
She just sounds too invested.
Really, just real dumb.
She sounds too invested. It honestly sounds like she wrote this.
Leslie, the ex.
I don't think that. I think that she just believes it. Okay, that's why she speaks so passionately about it, and why she's so invested, because she probably believes what the book is saying is true.
And then she saw more messages.
Is it allegedly,
and that person, that famous public figure, started telling Clay.
Get mad.
Stories about her husband. The public figure was talking about her husband, how her husband found her unattractive, and how she wanted to leave her husband to be with Clay.
See, all of this stuff that's coming out in the book has already come about. Like, so that's why it's so, like, how can I say it? Like, everything that's coming out in this book, people have already assumed, or people have already known, or, people have already, I don't know. But everything is seeming to connect the dots, like, very perfectly in this story. I'm not saying that some of this story might not be factual, but I feel like whoever put this together was definitely trying to air out certain things and hoping that people would run with it and just accept it as truth, which is the reason why I'm really happy that Clarence took the time to actually react to this video. Whether some parts are real or not, I'm glad that he is taking the time to address it, because if not, a lot of people would be believing that the book is actually real. Like, in all actuality, it's real. If he never addressed the situation at all, you know? And I feel like it goes both ways. Since he's addressing it, a lot of niggas is like, okay, well, if it wasn't true, then why would you address it? But then you have people who are like, I mean, then you would have people who say, oh, well, he didn't address it, so it must be true, you know? So you can't win either way. Him actually coming on and speaking his piece on it, I feel like was a good move.
And so, Clay basically...
I'm gonna just say the dedication to flip back and forth through accounts as she's narrating this short film, all right? That dedication is unmatched, all right? It's unparalleled. So shout out to her, okay, for the switch. It's the switch for me, all right?
You know, the ex basically that's the author of the book.
The author of the book
the
is
ex
you.
basically flipped out. She got mad because she's like, you're not just doing this for money. Like, there's an emotional connection that's building. Like, you're basically taking it too far. You're actually listening to this girl. You're actually, you know, entertaining this girl on a level that's deeper than money. So, like, what's really good? So then Clay simply just said to his ex, that's supposedly Leslie, you know, chill, babe. Like, he's just trying to get his followers up. And Clay basically said that this girl is basically just to come up. She's loaded with money and clout. And
money and clout.
Basically that was it. That's all it was to him. That's what Clay told the ex. So
my battery about to die. Hold on, y'all. Let's do it.
But the reason why Leslie had flipped out even more wasn't just because of the text messages. It was because Clay had invited her to New York. She was invited to New York. And that's when allegedly Leslie, who is allegedly the ex, flipped out and was like, what you inviting her to New York for? Like, what you doing? This is not about money. But Clay's telling her it is about money. You know, she's loaded with money and clout. You know, hello, like,
not to like burst anyone's bubble, but like Queen wasn't loaded with money and clout when she met me.
I'm gonna say this. I have to disagree partly with what he just said. The money situation, I agree, because Chris had control of the money. We all know that. However, don't discredit Queen and her clout at that time, bro. All right? As far as the black couples, the black YouTube couples, Chris and Queen left their mother freaking mark. And nobody can argue that. Okay? They would have been up there with DMB Nation, the Prince family, if they stayed together, y'all. They might have been bigger. Chris and Queen ran it up together. They had plenty of clout, so I have to partly disagree with that statement. But I will say that, yes, Chris controlled the money situation. So, yes, she probably was on a budget. But you can't say that Queen did not have clout. Queen had clout. Not as much clout as she has today, of course. But she had a hell of a lot of clout. Look what you guys did together, okay? Not only did she bring you up, but y'all came up together and did numbers. Y'all couldn't have done that if Queen didn't already have clout. I'm just saying. Y'all leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like that's not what happened. That's what I'm saying. I've seen physically.
And I'm staying here because of y'all.
Remember seeing Shorty physically get to 1 million followers, like over online, like going on Instagram, seeing her get 1 million followers, celebrating and all that. Like Shorty did not have 3 million. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. It just sounds real inconsistent, and it sounds like someone that just doesn't like us. Do you get what I'm saying? It sounds like probably you. Truthfully, because I could just tell how you're talking. Because when Queen comes up, your tone and everything changes. When I come up, your tone and everything changes. But when you talked about Leslie, it was like, look at her, beautiful, beautiful. So you're hating.
I feel like that's anybody though. Anybody who is biased about something, their tone is gonna switch when they're talking about somebody that they like and they enjoy watching, and somebody that they feel like is full of shit or that they really don't like that. So I feel like that's the difference between why her tone is changing. I don't think it has anything to do with her being the author of the book. But like I said, she could very well be, and she could be laughing at everybody right now like, ha ha, fooled y'all. I'm the actual writer of the book. From what I feel like she knows the person who wrote the book, or she's in communication with the person who wrote the book, or whatever the case may be. But I don't actually think that she wrote the book.
Like, you're hating, you don't like us.
She don't like her. I mean, that's very apparent.
You feel me? Like, it's alright though.
This money, get this bag. That's basically what Clay is telling the author of the book, the ex. So, sure enough, the ex agrees and says, okay, well, she's not going to get in the way of him getting money. So, basically, the public figure comes to New York. The ex said that basically, verbatim, she took pics all of my man's house, and she paid for Clay's dinner and took them out, and paid for everything, but also mentioned that she was on a budget because she said that her husband, the public figure said that her husband pretty much took all her money, so she was on a budget. So to continue on, the public figure said that her ex-husband, while she was in New York with Clay, took all the money, and so she was on a budget. So while she was there...
Like, look how she's reading. She's reading it off like she's reading off of something. Yeah.
She is.
Or she's remembering something.
It's like notes or something.
Like, this is not how I would explain a book to somebody. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially a book that I just read.
She paid for their dinner and stuff like that, but she still let it be known she was on a budget because her ex-husband basically took all the money. That's what she said he allegedly did. But Clay's sister wanted in on it. Clay's sister wanted to use the public figure for a come up. So both of them, they were all in on it for this girl to be like.
And I'm gonna be honest, y'all already know how I felt about them. You know, at first I was like, okay, cool, they look cute or whatever the case may be. But when I started seeing their interactions, and then of course Clarence had made that video, Clarence and Mod had made that video where Queen wasn't, you know, she wasn't sweet heat. All right, she wasn't sweet heat like a lot of the girls that Clarence thought was bad. Queen was not one of them. Okay. And not only that, because looks aren't everything. You get to know somebody, you form a bond and shit like that, right? So that's neither here nor there. But I started seeing their interactions and stuff like that, and I was like, dang, seems like Clarence kind of cringes whenever Queen like tries to show him love and affection and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like, okay, is you using her for a come up? Like you, and then the sister is now the manager. Like, is this a whole like using situation? Which, you know, I don't know. I'm still clueless about that. I'm not quite sure what went on. The only person that I felt like didn't have those negative intentions was Mod. You know, Mod always seemed like a genuine ass nigga. So that's just how I felt about the situation. But like I said, man, in any situation to where you're dating somebody, you're getting to know somebody and shit like that, man, sometimes you might not be attracted to that person at first, but you form that bond and you form that relationship to where, you know, day in and day out, y'all are building, y'all are getting to know each other, y'all are actually like, oh, okay, well, I fuck with you too. And you can actually fall in love with somebody who wouldn't be the typical person that you would actually date as far as look wise, you know. But anyway, let's continue.
I wouldn't be able to lie and just keep on like just making shit up. Like,
he
you
gave
don't know me.
$3,000 of the $10,000 that he made with the other.
Cat. Never, nigga, never even seen, never just handed ever. The only girl I've ever handed that much money to is
Queen.
The mother of my children that's upstairs. You're tripping, bugging. That's another lie.
So the public figure basically made
three,
him.
Nigga, that leaves me with 7, nigga. Nigga, how you get 3? I get 7. Nigga, fucking talk about it. And I'm doing the fuck out of it.
Took those 10 stacks, and he gave $3,000.
Wait, what she said?
To his ex. Thanks, public figure.
Let's move this along. I gotta pee, yo.
And he gave her more money, you know, when I do the part 2. But basically,
when I do the part 2, like when I do the part 2.
She talking about the review on part 2.
Like, and does she know, Shorty, that like she knows when part 2 is coming out? Like, do you know,
She probably
Leslie,
does
where like
know
you
who
know
it is.
when part 2 is coming out, and you
Or the
on it
publisher of
and
the
you have
book.
the review and you have it already? And how did you find this book? Why didn't nobody else make a video about the book?
Everybody been making videos, to be honest.
Why is it the only one? Why are you the only one endorsing the book and promoting the book?
My take on it is this. This is supposed to be allegedly about Queen Clarence and Leslie, and Chris plays a small part
I'm gonna have to speed
because
this up,
he probably meant you really nasty on the inside, because you are. So you're basically telling this dude, your husband is telling you that you're unattractive. Instead of working out with your husband and telling your husband how you feel, you decide to step out and tell the next man how you feel, and you go further to say that you would leave your husband to be with Clay. So basically, already emotionally cheating on her husband. And this public figure, Queen, she made it seem like Chris was this horrible villain and this terrible guy, and he was just this, disgusting individual. But she was whole married, texting Clarence, who is allegedly Clarence, whole married, texting this dude, telling this dude all her problems, and she got a whole husband to speak to. What you make vows for? You make vows for your husband to be.
One thing me and Queen developed early was a friendship. Do you feel me? And now we've never talked and complained or even spoke about our exes or about any other relationships we had because we were friends.
But I feel like friends do talk about previous relationships, exes, nexes, their current relationship status. I feel like that's what friends do. So I don't get that. And the fact that he said that they never spoke on any exes before, I find that hard to believe, to be honest. All right. I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm not saying he's telling the truth either. Because I find it very hard to believe that Chris never came up in a conversation with y'all two while y'all were just friends. Period.
Feel me? Like me and Queen never spoke about our exes in any kind of bad way.
Okay, now you changed. Now you said in any kind of bad way. Okay. Because at first you said that y'all never even spoke about him, period. Now you're saying never spoke about him in a bad way. So I'm just wondering, which one is it? You never spoke about him at all, which I don't believe, or you just never spoke bad about your exes with each other.
You feel me? I know what her ex did to her.
We all do, right?
I know that. I know some of the things that has happened in the past. I know, like Queen knows some things that has happened in my past and that has happened with me and my ex. But
okay, so y'all have spoke about exes. You just finished saying y'all never even spoke of your exes with each other. And now you're saying that y'all both swapped information about exes. All right, guys, let me go ahead and keep fast forward.
Time she DM'd me, I was not with Leslie.
Hold on, I think I missed the
point. And I didn't have Leslie.
Somebody's man's text messages, and you knew this man had a girl. So
no,
I feel like
No, she didn't. Honestly, the first time she DM'd me, I was not with Leslie.
That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know, were you with Leslie when you and Queen started DMing each other? That's really what I wanted to know. Because that question there is going to dead the whole book from that point forward. If what he is saying is true, and him and Leslie weren't even talking at that time, weren't even together at that time that him and Queen were messaging back and forth, that makes this whole book fiction. Which is what the publisher is saying. The book is fiction. Okay? So, hey, to me, that pretty much seals the deal. But we'll watch a little bit more.
And I didn't have Leslie posted nowhere on my social media because we was already on and off and on and off. So that all of that shit was, I cut that shit out. I'm not about to keep adding and deleting pictures. Like, no, you just not posting you no more. That's it.
All right.
So
Keep
no.
moving.
Evil stems from loving money. So look how far he went to make some money, selling himself sexually to older women. Outfit twice or the same shoes twice.
Well, that's a fact, nigga.
Because it takes you to evil things. It makes you do things that you shouldn't be doing to get money. And
I will say that money is just a resource. It's just a tool. Okay, it's a tool. And I don't know many niggas who can make it every month without paying their rent. Okay, so money is very essential. And anybody who tells you that money is the root of all evil has a negative relationship with money. Okay, now you should never idolize or worship money. That's where you go wrong. That's where greed comes into play, to where you will do anything. Sell your soul, sell your best friend, sell your coochie, sell your sister, sell your mother for the dollar. But honestly, money is a tool. It's a resource that we all need to get toilet paper to wipe our asses, put food on our plates, make sure our lights are on. Money is a beautiful motherfucking thing, and it's needed here in this third dimensional realm. So people who demonize it, I would question your relationship with money. Anyway, let's continue, guys.
Money, what does that tell you? You a whole scheme. You're a scam to them.
You're a scam.
Like, Shorty's making it obvious that she wrote it, and she's just not smart enough to realize that she's blowing her spot up.
Allegedly, and he was sending it to Leslie.
All right.
Guys, I just want to say, if you're having...
My first check on YouTube was like, my first check in the basement on YouTube after me and Queen, I think I made $37,000.
Mm-hmm.
My second one, I think, was like 54. I think my third check was...
You're doing good. You're doing good, baby.
I just ended up going on the girl's profile. As you can see, I scrolled down, and this is the girl that made this video, and that I believe wrote this book. You get what I'm saying? And just from the look of it, you don't seem like your opinion or your information is valid. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you just seem unhealthy, and I could tell by the way you're talking and everything, you just don't know or have a sense of what you're even saying or doing. Do you get what I'm saying? So I scroll down and I see a couple titles that kind of just tells me all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's saying I'm starting therapy again. I was suicidal and homicidal, but I made it through.
Homicidal?
How is Prozac treating me?
Is that what that means, y'all?
Depression. Do you know what I'm saying? So you seem very unhealthy, and I would recommend you to go get help. You feel me? I'm not gonna...
I would say this, man. Like, I wouldn't speak on anybody's mental health in a derogatory way, because there's a lot of people who don't share their story and share they really don't share their down moments. All you see is their positive moments. But sometimes those people have shit that they have going on that they would never tell the world, or they would never address publicly. Okay, so I think it is very bold for anybody to be sharing their experience with therapy or their experience with, you know, their mental health in general. You know, it's a very bold move, because the average person is really not even going to go to that therapy session that they need. Okay? Some of y'all need therapy, but y'all are not going to get the help that y'all need. Some of you guys are depressed, but you would never admit it. You would definitely never make a video about it. So I commend anybody who is speaking on issues and emotional health and stuff that they have went through, because your tests become your testimony, you know? So I get what he's saying. I get that he's a little riled up and upset about the situation. For whatever reason, maybe some of the story was true. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he feels disrespected. Maybe he feels threatened for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not him, so I can't tell you. But I will say that, you know, speaking on somebody's mental health hey, you know, at the end of the day, you don't know what that person has went through. And I just feel like I wouldn't comment on it, but it is what it is. You know, I guess this is going to further help his case in proving that this book is not factual, but he could have left this part out, you know? Let's see.
I was going to come on here and, like, try to, like, you know, be funny and probably, like, you know, probably flame you, you know what I'm saying, or make fun of you, you know what I'm saying, but I see that you're seriously going through something, so I don't want to make that any worse, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to make your day any worse or your life any worse.
Well, shout out to Clarence for actually not flaming her and not, you know, going crazy as far as what he could say. You know, exactly what's on his mind. We all know that CLARENCENYC, baby, is a Sag, okay? Sagittarius really don't hold no punches, no filter, and they just say what comes to mind. So, I'm glad that he took a step back and said, you know what, let me just not mess with her. It is what it is. But, guys, this is just a prime example of the fact that everybody is going through something, guys. You know, we're going to end it on a positive note and just say that everybody is going through something. So, you know, we got to show a little more love, understanding, patience, and care when it comes to humankind in general. I don't care what color you are, black, blue, purple, you know, whatever it is. We just have to be more loving in general. You know, the energy that we put out, we receive back. So, I'm going to say I'm praying for everybody in this situation. And, you know, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you believe this book is facts or fiction? I want to know your opinion. I love you guys so much, man. Peace. And we out. The Meditate shirt just dropped, y'all. Make sure that y'all go cop before it sells out. Limited time only. So make sure that you take time out your day today to go cop that. Meditate is super important, man. This is symbolizing the first motherfucking chakra. That's why it is red. Okay, stay tuned for the rest of the motherfucking shirts. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we lit. Now tell me this shirt ain't fly, boy. Look at this motherfucking shirt. Meditate, boy. Come on now.